Hey everybody, Pat Armstrong here with the latest from Increase, the lifestyle vlog for men and the women who love them. You know, over the years, I have seen countless people pleasers. And obviously this is nothing new. Many people pleasers confuse pleasing people with kindness. And with some, it is so bad that they can't even make a decision on simple things like choosing a place to eat. They say things like, I don't want to be selfish, or I just want to be a good person. And consequently, they allow others to take advantage of them. People pleasing can be a serious problem, and it's a hard habit to break. On two different occasions in the Bible, we see leaders who had to deal with people who couldn't decide. Though it was obvious that God had sustained them in both situations, the people kept walking the fence of indecision. They were more concerned with what others thought of them than anything else. Finally, one of the leaders in Joshua 24:15 gave them this option. And if it seems evil to you to serve the Lord, choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. The Bible tells us that for all the years that Joshua was in charge, the Hebrew people followed the Lord. Even after Joshua died, his influence lasted a whole nother generation. But now, over 500 years later, a monarchy has been set up in Israel. Due to poor choices, the monarchy has been split into two separate kingdoms, and the descendants of Israel again have fallen into indecision. How do we know? In 1 Kings chapter 18, we see a man by the name of Elijah trying to get the people of Israel to take a stand against the corruption in the kingdom and the rebellion against God. So Elijah calls a meeting of the people, and just like Joshua, makes an appeal in 1 Kings chapter 18 and verse 21. And Elijah came to all the people and said, how long will you falter between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal, follow him. But the people answered him not a word. Did you catch that last sentence? But the people answered him not a word. You know, I've been in meetings like that. We sit in an office or a conference room for an hour or two talking about all kinds of things and then walk out and wonder, what did we just do? What did we just accomplish? Did we decide anything? Is there a course of action to be taken? A lot of people want to be heard, but very few want to make a decision. They would rather walk the line between two sides than to make a choice. They are trying to please everyone. So today, I want to try to help you stop being a people pleaser and start making some decisions for yourself by looking at 10 ways you're trying to please everyone. And if that sounds interesting, let's get started. Number 1, you pretend to agree with everyone. Listening politely to other people's opinions, even when you disagree, is a good social skill. But pretending to agree because you want to be liked can cause you to participate in behavior that goes against your values. Number 2, you feel responsible for how other people feel. It's healthy to recognize how your behavior influences others, but thinking you have the power to make someone happy is a problem. It's up to each individual to be in charge of their own emotions. It's called personal responsibility. Number 3, you apologize often. Whether you excessively blame yourself or you fear other people are always blaming you, frequent apologies can be a sign of a bigger problem. You don't have to be sorry for being you. Number 4, you feel burdened by the things you have to do. You're in charge of how you spend your time. But if you are a people pleaser, there's a good chance your schedule is filled with activities that you think other people want you to do. Number 5, you can't say no. Whether you say yes and then actually follow through, or you later make an excuse to get out of your commitments, you'll never reach your goals when you can't speak up for yourself. You must learn to say no. Number 6, you feel uncomfortable if someone is angry at you. Just because someone is mad doesn't necessarily mean you did anything wrong. But if you can't stand the thought of someone being displeased with you, you'll be more likely to compromise your values. Number 7, you act like the people around you. It's normal for other people to bring out different sides to your personality, but people pleasers often sabotage their goals. Studies have shown people pleasers engage in self-destructive behavior if they think it will help others feel more comfortable in social situations. For example, people pleasers will drink or participate in other activities they wouldn't normally when they think it will make other people happy. Number 8, you need praise to feel good. While praise and kind words can make anyone feel good, people pleasers depend on validation. If your self-worth rests entirely on what others think about you, you'll only feel good when others shower you with compliments. Number 9, you go to great lengths to avoid conflict. Now this is one of the biggest ones. Most people do not enjoy conflict. And it's one thing not to start conflict, but avoiding conflict at all costs means you'll struggle to stand up for the things and the people you believe in. Number 10, you don't admit when your feelings are hurt. You can't form authentic relationships with people unless you're willing to speak up and say that your feelings are hurt sometimes. Denying that you're angry, sad, embarrassed, or disappointed, even when you're emotionally wounded, keeps the relationship superficial. While it's important to get along with others and show that you can be agreeable, walking the fence can backfire. You'll never reach your greatest potential if you're trying to be all things to all people. So get off the fence and start getting out of the people-pleasing habit. Not for the sake of being disagreeable, but learn to say no. Learn to express your opinion. Take a stand for something you believe in. Each step you take will help you gain more confidence in your ability to be the person you were meant to be, and stop trying to please everyone.